Hey tubers and tubettes, it's the Goonberries here, Katia,
and Paul,
here to do the Interracial Relationship TAG. We were tagged by Emerald from Edie Hill 1988.
Shout out to the Rices.
Go check their channel out, please.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're our interracial relationship buddies, so Wolfpack, you know what that is. Wolfpack, yeah. So we're going to start off, being the nerds that we are, we did a little research about interracial relationships in the U.S., and we wanted to share some of those facts with you. So Katia's going to start off.
Let's see. First fact. On June 12, 1967, Loving versus Virginia Supreme Court case overturned all anti-miscegenation laws, which was pretty much a form of racial segregation. Pretty much, they said you couldn't mix together.
Yeah, it wasn't even just marriages, it was just...
You're not allowed to mix.
Yeah, exactly. So it was racial segregation.
The white purity needs to remain pure. But Mildred and Richard Loving paved the way for all interracial relationships and interracial marriages.
And they have actually a documentary that's on Netflix, so it's called The Loving Story, and it's a powerful name, just the name, the last name,
the
Loving.
nature, Loving,
yeah.
I mean, that gives you a clue on life.
So you can see their, their struggle and everything, and it goes through, there's a bunch of raw footage, and it's an awesome documentary.
Yes, please go check it out.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix, so check it out.
Those anti-miscegenation laws were still on the books in several states, even till most recently, until 2000 in Alabama. So if you look at that time lapse from 1960,
15 years ago,
15 years ago, you still had these laws on the books, even though they weren't enforceable. They were still on the books that were never cleared from the laws. And it's just incredible, from 1967 all the way to now.
Yeah, to like 2000.
To 2000. I mean, it's just amazing what they were able to, like Katia said, just pave the way for interracial marriages, relationships, everything. And so another cool fact is that the 2000 census was the first time you could identify with more than one race. And so that will be one of the questions on here, is what race you have, what race you are, and ethnicity, so it's something related to that.
And of course, we all know about 2013, what happened with the Cheerios commercial, but we are still moving forward and progressing. So we'll go ahead and get started with the questions. Question number 1, what is your race or ethnicity? So, I guess I'm African American, even though I'm pretty sure I'm something else.
Yeah, so as you heard Katia say, I guess. And so for me, my mom, even when I was a kid, she always said when I would fill out forms to check all boxes or other, basically. So, like I said, without that, one of our resolutions is to find out where we come from, who we are, our heritage and ancestors.
We're all mixed up. We all bleed the same blood, so race, that we are the human race.
Yeah, so my skin pigmentation says I'm white, but on a form in a box.
I just have a little more tan than you do, that's all.
So that's the first question.
Question number 2, was this your first time dating outside of your race? And yes, it was first. I mean, you can't count elementary school. I did have a white boyfriend in elementary school. He was a little crazy, but
yeah, I mean, I had playground that
doesn't count. So
that doesn't count.
So yeah, Paul, you're my first.
And Katia was my first real relationship too. I had friendships, but it wasn't like it was a real relationship.
Friendships.
Friends. That's it. Friends.
Friends? Okay. All right.
That's like in the past.
Okay. What has been the most challenging thing about dating interracially? I don't think we've had any challenges. Like Emerald said, it's not necessarily challenges. I think it's more things that are like annoyances.
Yeah.
I guess because me and Paul's relationship, it's a pretty good relationship. We're open with each other. We're honest. We have really good communication. I guess an outsider will look at that and saying, well, her relationship is succeeding because she's with a white man. And that just does
or
not,
vice versa.
It just does not correlate at all.
I mean, the type of relationship you have and the bond you share with the person is what really matters, not, the skin color or anything. So that is all important. So.
Okay. Do you get dirty looks or stares in public? I don't think we do, really. I think I noticed stuff when we were first starting to date. Maybe it was that newness about our relationship that people could sense.
Yeah, so I think consciously we were kind of thinking about it as well a little bit, but overall, it was more so like an anthropological kind of like you said, a newness. Like someone says, okay, that's not their mate necessarily. I can still win her kind of thing.
And I just remember we were in the mall one time, and I guess a group of people, they thought it was funny to start singing Jungle Fever to us.
Yeah, that was one
just
moment.
Like, really?
But that was when we were.
And then I remember no, this was at South Point Mall.
Oh, but we were still young.
We were still
18
18 or whatnot. Yeah. But I do also remember a time, people coming up to you, giving you dabs, talking about, darker the berry, sweeter the juice, all this mess. And I'm just like, when we were younger, it was across the board.
It was from everyone.
It was from everyone.
Yeah. And then there was another time where we were in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, it was Myrtle Beach.
And it was our spring break or something.
It was spring break, yeah. It was our spring break.
And so it was one time where we kind of felt uncomfortable. We were in a restaurant, similar to what Emerald was talking about. And it wasn't necessarily bad. It was just, we noticed everyone really, all eyes were on us kind of
just
thing.
Staring. I guess we stood out. But I guess also too, the spring break was a little weird. It was dead cold early March. So I guess it was kind of weird because they weren't used to seeing students that early on.
Yeah. When
we went to Myrtle Beach, I guess. I don't know if I don't know. We don't read into stuff all the time. So.
But now, as of now, like Tia said, it's not that factor. we're such, we're so.
I guess you can tell that we're really connected.
Yeah.
And our relationship has grown, and we're, we have a child together now.
Yeah.
So, really, what are you gonna stare at? Okay, so let's see. Do you plan to get married / have children? And yeah, we're married. And yes, we have Michael.
So we got married on September 8th, 2012, and Michael was born on March 11th, 2014.
Which is also,
yeah,
it was our 8-year anniversary.
8-year anniversary, our initial anniversary where we first started dating, basically.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I predicted it. I predicted it to the T, his weight, and when he was going to be born. Okay, sorry, that was a little side note. If so, how do you think they will be perceived? I guess, if you have children, how would they be perceived? Well, I don't know.
I think John and Emerald were talking about it, just making sure that, they know everyone's identity is important to them. So understanding his identity, his self-esteem, all those aspects are really important.
Yeah, just really building up that self-confidence, that self-esteem. But, majority of the time, say if you're out with Michael, they don't think that he's black.
There is a shift in consciousness amongst everyone, and it does feel like, we are headed in a direction where everyone's just open and stuff. So I think the future looks bright, so it'll be fine.
Is it different dating outside of your race as opposed to dating within? No, there's no difference.
No.
There's no difference at all.
The biggest thing is just connecting to somebody. Yeah. That's all it's about, and really finding that one that you really want to be with. So.
Do you interact with other interracial couples?
Our only interracial couple is the Rices.
The Rices.
Emerald and John.
I guess we really haven't found anybody.
It's so weird because we went to the same school, North Carolina State, but we never really got connected until years later.
Until later, yeah. We even lived in the same city and still didn't get connected until way later.
So, but we're growing, and we may meet new interracial couples. So
we hope so.
Or just family. We're looking for families.
Yeah, we're just families right now. We're just want to be friends. Okay, let's be friends.
You have a child?
You have a child? Okay.
Let's go play. That's what that is.
Number 9. What made you fall in love with this person? What made me fall in love with Paul? Well, Paul is a goonberry. And I'm pretty sure that most people do not know what a goonberry is, but to me, it was something I made up to identify Paul, and just being smart and funny and quirky and being super duper delicious. So goonberry. And Paul's also very patient. That's like something that's completely opposite for me. I guess kind of in the same sense we're like complete opposites. I'm working on my patience, but I don't have that much as Paul does, and that really drew me. That he was very patient, he's very nurturing, and he's a very giving person. Like, he gives his whole heart, and he always sees the good in everybody, and that's something I really love about him.
She opened up.
Shut up. Whatever. That's hard for me, y'all. I'm such a like, I'm strong.
So as you can see, she just said one thing that did attract me was the strong, free-spirited like nature about her. You know, not to say a stereotype, but the strong black woman. You know, it's there, and but that's just her natural vibe about her. She's very confident, has a high self-esteem. Her eyes are amazing. You know, you can stare at them and lose track of time. So that was one thing that attraction-wise, physical attraction. But then just overall, she's just very creative. She's very determined. She's a Leo, so she's got to be number one. She's the king of queen of the jungle.
Whatever.
So you know, I just love Katia that, you know, she has that ability to just, every moment you're with her feels like, you know, it's an eternity kind of, because she's always giving you full attention and no distractions. Like if we're sitting here, I'm on the phone and she'll get upset.
I'd be mad. Like, you gotta pay attention to me.
Like, she gives her undivided attention, and I love that about her. And it's just her earthiness. Like, she wants to be a farmer. She's very down to earth. I mean, I can go on. I'm not gonna ramble. There's a lot of things that made me love this woman.
Thank you. Gonna cry.
Yeah. So Michael has someone to look up. Both of us, but
yes,
you
both.
know, yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
And you have lipstick on you.
So, all right. So, thank y'all for watching our interracial relationship tag. Emerald, thank you. Emerald and John, not just Emerald. Emerald and John, Kane, Carson, and Kylan. Did I say it right? Yeah.
Yes.
I always say it wrong for some reason.
I don't know.
All y'all, thank you for tagging us. Thank you for coming along for this journey with us.
Thank you for coming up with this.
Yeah.
This was really nice. This is really sweet. I liked it.
Yeah, we enjoyed it a lot. So, we love y'all.
Bye. Oh, I guess we tag anybody who's in an interracial relationship. Of course. I mean, that's in general.
So have fun, y'all.